Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Title Talk, and I'm here with none other than Nanette Padgett with KW Elevate, and she's incredible. I call her the queen of Bonita Bay, but she covers everywhere. And if you don't follow her on social, you must definitely have to because she has the ins and outs of all those nooks and crannies of the restaurants and the places to go. You're so good at it.
Oh,
So, what is your social?
my social is luxury living with Nanette.
Can you follow her?
Pretty easy, yeah.
Awesome. So, Nanette, tell us who you are and what made you become a realtor.
Well, actually, I am from Kentucky. I'm a mother of 3 of my own, 5 total. We have a blended family, 4 grandchildren, and we moved here. And my husband still works, travels a lot, so I wanted something to do basically. And he kind of suggested real estate because I've always loved houses and people, and it was just kind of a natural fit. So I went to real estate school, and the rest is history. That was 6 years ago.
Wow, because you make it look so easy,
Oh,
but
no.
we all know it's
No.
not. But you're constantly closing transactions, so you're doing something right.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
What area do you specialize in?
So I love Bonita Bay. I live there, I play there, I work there. So that I would say is probably my specialty area. Close second would be Highland Woods across the street, another little bundled up community, and then do some in Pelican Bay. So sort of North Naples, Bonita Bay.
I love that. And Bonita Bay has its own marina, right?
Yes, we have a marina right in the neighborhood.
And a good restaurant.
And a restaurant in the neighborhood, Backwater Jack's, as well as we have a country club in our neighborhood that's optional. So the Bonita Bay Club is one of the premier clubs in Southwest Florida. It's got 5 golf courses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I personally love Bonita because it's like it's nestled in between 2 of the big cities.
Right.
So I feel like if you don't want Naples, Bonita is a great close second. I mean, if anything, there's a lot more hidden gems there.
Yes, it is a prime location, especially if you're a second homeowner or snowbird and you want easy access to the airport. The airport is like 20 minutes away. It's not deep down in Naples, but yet you can get to Naples in 20 minutes.
You can. Yeah, absolutely. What's one thing people are surprised to learn about you?
Gosh, what would be that? A lot of things. Well, first of all, if they see me online and then they talk to me, they are surprised of my accent.
Yes.
I am from Kentucky. It's hard to get the Kentucky out of the girl. The second thing would be I am a matchmaker. I don't know if people know that, but I have a lot of successful matches under my belt. A lot of marriages, a lot of people that have been together for years. Yeah. So
if you're single
that's
and looking for a house, she'll match you to both.
And I have actually done that. I've matched my clients with people. Like after they move here, I've set them up with people. So
oh my gosh,
yeah,
that's incredible.
It's kind of weird, but it's kind of a because everybody wants somebody.
I mean, hey,
yeah,
you come here. A lot of people are single, so they need to find their forever everything. So she's a girl. Awesome. Let's talk about your favorite hidden gem. What is your favorite? It could be a restaurant, it could be a neighborhood. What do you think if somebody was moving from Kentucky or from the Midwest or wherever?
Yeah.
What was there a certain place in Southwest Florida that you're like, you must
go there? Okay, I can give you just a couple. If it's a neighborhood hidden gem for the money, as much as I'm partial and I love my neighborhood in Bonita Bay, if you want a golf bundled community, Highland Woods is a hidden gem here.
Wow.
It's the location is literally right across the street from Bonita Bay, right across from the promenade shops.
Yeah.
But it's bundled and they just did a major club renovation. So you get basically a brand new country club with the cost of your HOA fees.
Oh.
So you move in, you pay one-time fee of probably, I think it's $11,000. And then you're automatically in a golf club.
Yes.
You're in the restaurants. Everything's been updated and redone and it's beautiful. And for the money, you can get a little condo that's as low as in the low 300s, or you can get single family, which are still comparatively reasonable. They're like right at $1 million, a little more than $1 million.
Wow.
And you're right in the club right from day one. A lot of the neighborhoods, as you know, you have to like join and get on a wait list.
Yeah, it is true.
Like right now, the wait list for Bonita Bay Golf, as beautiful as it is, it's a 3.5-year wait.
Oh my goodness.
So
wow.
Yeah.
See, an expert in the field is what you really need when it's, especially when you're coming from out of state and trying to move in here. Someone like Nanette is going to be able to navigate all of this because I wouldn't even know where to start if I was coming from another state. So She knows everything, guys, like literally. So if you're thinking about it, you must reach out to her. Absolutely. What's one piece of advice every seller should know before listing?
Okay, so what I would suggest on that one is if you're going to sell your home, and especially if you've lived there a while or you're a second homeowner and you don't know the ins and outs of your home,
Mm-hmm.
I would really suggest getting a pre inspection before you list.
Smart.
That way, any kind of hidden little things you're not aware of that might come up
Yeah.
that would kill a deal, you can address before you even list.
Yeah.
Or even if, and people are like, well, I want to just, fix that. Well, maybe you don't want to fix it, but at least you can disclose it so the buyer
Yes.
knows what they're getting
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a surprise or a deal killer. So pre inspection to me would be the best.
That is
piece
such
of
great
advice.
advice. It's probably why your closings are so smooth.
Oh, well, thank you.
She's proactive, not
Yeah,
reactive.
exactly. Good point. Thank you.
What is the biggest mistake you're seeing buyers are making right now?
Okay, so that's another good thing. I have seen some buyers jump into falling in love with a home.
Mm-hmm.
Like they walk in and they're like, I love this home, but they really don't know the area well
Mm-hmm.
and they don't know the neighborhood. And down here, it's so much about the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So that's where I come in, or
Yeah.
whoever, a realtor, me would be
Mm-hmm.
a great one. But it's like you have to, let's say you play pickleball or you play golf or you want a boat, but you love this home, but the nearest marina is 20 minutes
Yeah.
away. That's not convenient. Where you could buy a home that has a boat dock right out in your backyard.
Exactly.
So those are the things that, or like let's say you're an older person, but you move into a neighborhood where there's a lot of children.
Yeah.
You've got to love not just the home, but the area you're in and
Yeah.
the lifestyle you want.
Which I think is so important too, because like even my own community, there's a lot of people with no kids or retirees, but it's a definitely a family neighborhood.
Yeah.
They move there for the schools and then they often come and leave because they're not quite wanting all the kids in the streets and
Yeah.
and the basketball hoops and all types of things. And so you don't really know because you're looking. So that's why again, I always suggest an expert in the field. This is our agent spotlight of Nanette Padgett, but she really truly is. I mean, what I love about her, and I'm lucky and fortunate enough to meet with her clients, but she makes it so much easier. And sometimes they have an intention of like a certain area and not realize that actually something else is better suiting them. And it just blows their minds away because they're just so happy with their choices. And I think that's partly you coming in and saying, but what about this? Or actually, you might benefit from that.
Well, and I do that quite a bit with people. Like, I'm not afraid to say, I don't think this might be a good fit for you.
Yeah.
I guess it's the matchmaker in me. But it's like, I have many times had people thinking they're going this direction, and I show them this and this, and
Yeah.
we end up switching gears.
Mhm.
And you might already know this, Lynette, but like the average person that buys down here moves 3 times before they
Really?
find their final place.
Wow.
And some of that is because when they first came,
Yeah.
they really didn't know what they wanted. And
Yeah.
they move here and they think, well, my friends I met, I'll play pickleball over here, or
Yeah.
I want a condo and the house is too much work, or vice versa. So that's where, like, if we do a little consult and I really get to know you, I'm just like I can match you with a spouse, I can match you with a house or a neighborhood too.
I love it. And what's really cool about our side, Southwest Florida, as opposed to like the Miami-Dade or that side of the coast, is that we have a lot of different varieties. So for example, it's like we're not as congested right now.
Yeah.
So you really could live in Cape if you wanted to have a certain lifestyle or Bonita or Fort Myers. Each city has its own something.
Yeah.
What I love too about Naples is people have chickens and goats and horses. They have land, believe it or not. So you can have a land home in paradise, but you can also have a condo with a boat slip in Marco Island,
Yep.
or you can live in Bonita Bay and have the country clubs. But there's so many different variations, but it's not as congested as, say, Miami. So I'm noticing a lot of people coming over there, and each city provides something different. And so with you and Annette, you close on all the places all over.
Right.
You're not just, she's an expert in Bonita because she lives there, but you close everywhere.
Well, that is because I think primarily a lot of my business is referrals. I do a lot of referrals where one of my customers, like, we get a good rapport, and I stay in touch with everyone. A lot of my, almost all of my customers end up being my friends.
Yeah.
And so they'll refer people, and those people are normally buyers coming down for the first time.
Yeah.
And that's why it ends up being all over, because some people, for instance, like I had one recently that knew they wanted a bone slip behind their house, they wanted a certain price point. You can't make that price point in Naples, but you sure can in Cape Coral.
Absolutely.
And so if they're here mainly for the lifestyle and the boating, they're tickled pink. I've got them a house that would cost millions more in Naples for a really good price in Cape
Absolutely.
Coral. So that's kind of why I work everywhere and I get to know everywhere. Is
Yeah.
because when your buyer comes, they kind of have a vision of where they want to be or
Yeah.
what they want, and it may not be in Bonita.
Yeah.
But if if I know about them, I'll find it.
Yeah, and absolutely. And like I said, on her social, she will highlight certain areas so you can visually see the different parts and the different cities that she goes to. And if you're watching on YouTube and you're searching by the city, we're going to add in all the hashtags for all of them because really she covers everything. But her social is going to be the best means to get to know Nanette personally and professionally. She's really good at it.
Oh.
What is one word your past clients would describe you as?
One word. Gosh. Okay, I'm going to say dedicated.
Ooh, I like it.
Because I not only get to know you and really put my heart and soul into finding the right place for you or putting all my energy into selling your home and showing it in the best light, but I am going to negotiate for you. I'm going to get you the best deal. And I'm also going to stay with you after our deal is done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on my second, third, fourth deal with certain families, but also, we end up going to dinner. We end up being friends.
Yeah.
We end up having relationships. And it's just because I think that you have to be dedicated to not just your job, but to that person.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm dedicated.
You are most definitely dedicated. And even just your attention to details, I feel like no matter what the problem is that your clients go through, you find solutions. You always have a good network of people. So your client feels like you are always with them.
Right.
And not every agent's like that, Nanette. So kudos to you.
Well, thank you. I think you're only as strong as the team around you. And this is where I'm going to point back to you.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. Like, you make our clothes. We've had some really hairy closings where things could have gone one way or the other.
Yes.
Through no fault of either one of us.
Yes.
But things that pop up that aren't expected. And you guys handled things really well. And, I think the best compliment for you or me or anyone in the business is like when the people are done and they're like, well, that was easy. And they don't see any of it's like the iceberg on the top. You don't see what's underneath the surface.
Yeah, it is so true. And it's all about, that's what I mean about partnering with the right people. It doesn't just end with your realtor, it's everything around them. Your agent, the lender, the insurance company, the title company, the inspectors. And the more that they have a relationship with those people, the more easier the transaction will be. Because when things go bad, we're all in it together. And we're all trying to avoid the impact it could be on the client. So that's why they rarely see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've had some. But we have a phenomenal attorney partner and many things that we laugh about now. But
they weren't funny at the time.
They weren't funny in the time.
Now they're kind of funny.
Yeah. Now we're just like, oh, that one, we saved the chandelier.
Yes. Oh, that was a funny
I didn't, but she did. She, like I said, it doesn't matter what the task is. She will get it done. And there's a lot of agents that, believe it or not, they just walk away. I'm like, it's not my problem. Not my problem. Like, this is the scope of my job and that's it. But you don't have any lines. Like, it's like, I'm in it. And I like that about you.
Thank you. And I do feel like that. So,
yeah. If you weren't selling real estate and you weren't a matchmaker, what would you be doing?
Well, before I was a realtor years ago, my degree is I was a registered dietitian.
Really?
For years.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I worked in a wellness program in a hospital.
Wow.
And I also was a cardiac rehab dietitian. So I've always been interested in health promotion and wellness. I was also a certified yoga instructor. So I taught yoga back in Kentucky. And so I would be doing something in the health related field, something nutrition slash wellness slash.
Okay, because it shows, because I always feel you look fabulous. And
Oh.
it's because you're good from the inside out. See, guys, she's like, it's from the inside out with her. It's not topical creams. She's just fabulous.
Yeah, thank you.
I love that, Nanette. What has been your most memorable closing? Good or bad?
Memorable closing.
Like, is there just one that, just was great? Or...
Okay. I'm going to use one of my customers because I know he won't care. One of my very first ones, the whole thing from start to finish. This was when I was a new agent, first year out. At the time, I was a mentor I was a mentee. They were mentoring me. This was back in like 2021 when the market was like, you could like put a house out there and there'd be 80 buyers.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so we were doing an open house. We had 200 people for one open house show up, and they were going to shut our open house down. So I had to go stand on the sidewalk, and literally I was going, do not come park here.
Way.
And I met this little couple on the sidewalk, and I say little because they're cute. They're just the cutest couple, and I'm still friends with them.
Aww.
And he's like, what's going on? And I'm like, it's an open house. And he's like, well, we won't get this one. So I said, give me your number. I'll call you tomorrow. And I called him, and he's like, you really called? And I said, well, I told you I would call. Long story, he and his wife, it took a year for them to purchase. They ended up in Old Cypress.
Okay.
And in the middle of them purchasing, they referred probably 4 other friends to me that I've since got other friends from, but they are my dear friends. But what was funny is when he finally found a place he wanted, he had to fly in from St. Louis. It was during COVID. He's like, well, Nanette, I don't know if I should come because I have COVID. At the time I had COVID.
Oh, wow.
I was recovering. I go, come on, we'll be fine
together.
He flies in to look at this house, and it had been on the market for 3 months. Well, of course, the day he's in the air, I get a call from the agent. The house is under contract. Not under contract, but had gotten an offer.
Yeah.
So we had literally till noon to decide if he wanted this house.
Oh,
I
wow.
picked him up at the airport in a torrential, almost hurricane-like storm. He gets in the car with COVID. I have COVID. We're trying to and it's pouring rain, and we're signing this offer.
Oh, wow.
And they ended up getting the house.
No way.
And to this day, even it's funny because this weekend I called him just to touch base. I always check in with my people, and we were laughing about that story.
Oh my gosh.
So that was a great story.
Oh.
And yeah.
I love that. Well, it's a testament of who you are, because if you could just meet somebody that's coming in and you give them the warm and fuzzies when they meet you, then it's like, and
I met him. We always joke. I met him on the street. You know,
literally
I met him on the street corner. Yeah.
I love that. What's one goal you're working towards this year?
Okay, this year my goal, personally and professionally. So my personal goal is, without going into a lot of detail, I have gained about 20 pounds because I took a supplement last fall that was supposed to be for joint pain that was all natural, thinking it was good for me.
Sure.
And unknowingly, it was laced with a steroid. And I gained a lot of weight, and it shut my pituitary gland off.
Oh, wow.
And it took going to an endocrinologist and a bunch of testing. And anyway, it messed my whole metabolism up. So this year, now that it took me 4 months to get everything corrected, I'm really working towards getting my muscle mass back, getting my weight off. And, I've been going to a trainer. So at my age, it's harder, of course, to lose it. But that is my personal goal, to kind of get back to where I was. I'm giving myself grace, and I'm giving myself a year. Professionally, I joined a new brokerage a year ago, KW Elevate, and I've been there and I love it. And I am contemplating growing my group, my core group. I've added a couple mentees or mentor. I'm mentoring a couple people. So that, I've just kind of toyed around with that. I'm trying to get all my systems in place for that. And I've got just recently hired an assistant, and I have a transaction coordinator. So, that's kind of a goal too, is to kind of grow my business.
Giving back, and that's, well, if anybody could do it, it's you, Nanette. So if you're going to take on how you would handle your business into your personal goals, we're going to see that weight come right off. And it's all relatable, right? Because I feel like after 40, we're all in it together. Like it's over. It's different.
Things change.
It is.
It does take longer, and I just have to know that permanent change is more important than some kind of quick fix.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the way I'm going. It's just, I know what to do, obviously. It's just trying to reset my system and do it.
It's hard. I know those homeopathic pills we think It could be a lot of things, even for myself, but I also think it's hormones, it's changes, and it's all
Yeah.
kinds of things. So, well, it's good to know. I didn't even know that about you. So maybe start sharing that more on your socials too, so we can all get a little bit of that, because I think that all relatable stuff, right? We all want to see things that are relatable. And I think that it's important to share because we're
Yeah.
all kind of lost out here. We're
Yeah.
all lost.
Yeah.
So excited to see your journey. That's
Thank
incredible.
you.
So if anybody wants to reach out to you to work with you to buy, sell, list, um, curious, whatever,
Yeah,
how
just
do they
have
reach
a
you?
conversation. Yeah, so the best way, I'm a phone talker.
Yeah.
Just give me a call, 502-523-6795. You can also email me at Nanette, Nanette, at matchinglifestyles.com.
Love that.
And my social media is Luxury Living with Nanette on Instagram. So
Perfect. And we'll share all of that down below so you guys can have quick access to her. I highly recommend you go immediately and follow her on her socials, because you will not regret that. And we're so grateful to have you here, Nanette. It's always a joy to
I
share
just love you
time
guys.
with you.
Thank you.
We're not going to let her go yet. I still have my fast round. I'm just going to ask you some quick,
Okay.
quick funnies that we can ask you over 30 seconds, and we're just getting to know her a little bit more. Okay?
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Cats. I love it.
I love cats.
I love cats. Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Well, I brought you a Dunkin' tea today.
She
but
did.
but I love
She does
Starbucks.
love it.
Yeah.
Texts or phone calls?
Oh, phone calls.
Phone calls.
All day.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm a night owl.
Night owl.
And
Okay.
a morning person. It's weird. I don't require that much sleep. I go to bed about 12 and I get up about 6.
Okay. Well, there you know her hours.
Yeah.
A luxury home or beachfront condo?
They're both amazing.
Yes.
It just depends on who you are. And again, I'll figure that out for you.
I love that. Pineapple on pizza?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
We've known 2 people.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I love it. Favorite local restaurant?
Oh. In Bonita, I would say, you're putting me on the spot here. I'm having a mental blank. Okay. Well, one of my favorite restaurants, we just went to last night, and it was really good, is Eddie V's.
Yes.
Have you been to
I
Eddie
have
V's?
not been there yet.
So
but I know
North Naples, check out Eddie V's. One that's not as expensive that I think has amazing food in North Naples, right off of Immokalee, is the New York Pizza Pasta.
Yes, phenomenal.
Love it. Great salads. It's not just pasta; they have everything. In Bonita, I love Angelina's for a dressy, nice evening with a nice piano. Something kind of fun off the walls. I love flippers.
Really?
On the beach, on the bay. Flippers on the bay. Do you like flippers?
I do.
Yeah. So that was more than one. Sorry, but
Oh, it's okay. We like it. We like it.
Okay.
Right. What is your dream vacation bucket list?
oh my god.
Where are we going then?
My bucket list dream vacation is Ireland. My great grandparents are all from Ireland, and I'm really, you can see I burn like a, but I want to go to Ireland.
Oh, how fun. What is your favorite app or most used app on your phone?
Well, ChatGPT and I have become very close. I would say my favorite app, besides like the direction app, would be the one that comes with Apple that has the heart that tells you like your steps,
Sure.
all that, your health app.
Yeah. Oh, look at her.
Yeah,
How
these
neat.
days I'm trying to do that. So.
Okay, 3 words that describe you.
Friendly, caring, and detailed.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. My favorite.
Aw, thank you.
I just love working with you, Nanette. Well, guys, it's been incredible. We're so grateful for her time here. This is not the end. This is just the beginning.
Yes.
I want her to do her own podcast, so I'm trying to work on that. So that's on my bucket list for her for this year. So let's get her out there chatting about all things Nanette, matchmaking, lifestyle, health, journeys. I love all this. So stay tuned for more to come from Nanette. It was a pleasure talking to you guys and seeing with Nanette today. Have a great day. See you on the next one.
Oh.
Bye.